Hi guys, so this is going to be a reading for the Divine Feminines. It's designed for those who recognise that they're in a twin flame dynamic. Now this is not going to resonate for absolutely everybody because it's still a general reading. It's not gender or zodiac specific, and as always, please use your own discernment, okay? The intent here is to basically help the Divine Feminines to navigate the energies that they find around them at this time. Always use your own discernment as well, okay? I would not like to think that there are individuals out there who are stuck in abusive situations with narcissistic individuals, for example, and thinking that they have to stick it out because that's their twin flame. You will find that a true twin flame is not actually abusive. The connection, it feels destructive, not deliberately, okay? Basically what happens in a twin flame situation is when you twin flame, when you meet, it puts under the microscope your old belief system. It puts under a microscope your old ways of doing things, and that's the destructive element, okay? It's not because your counterpart is destructive and abusive, right? If you find that the individual that you're watching the read for is destructive and abusive, then that is not a twin flame, that is not a divine counterpart, okay? That's just a straight up psychopath or something, okay? So always use your own discernment, all right? Please also do keep in mind that the single most important thing about the twin flame dynamic is union with the self. You're already whole, you're already complete, and you are consciousness. Never ever keep yourself stuck. Keep consistently pushing yourself forward and focus on your self-growth and your soul's journey, okay? So with that being said, there is one more thing to cover. Not every month the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine video is going to coincide with each other. So for example, these two videos for January, they might not necessarily be for the same pairing of counterparts, if that makes sense. So for example, this reading could be for one set of Divine Feminines, and the Divine Masculines read that I've just done could be for another set of counterparts. Okay, I do need to make that clear because this is a general read. It's not a personal read. It's trying to cover a lot of energies, a lot of individuals, circumstances. So as always with all public tarot reads, you take what's resonating for you and you leave what doesn't. It could be for another set of counterparts. You know, it could literally be for anything, so always keep an open mind, basically. Right, let's get into your reading then, Divine Feminines, and we'll see if we can build up a nice strong foundation for your read for January. Okay, thank you. Right, I think that's pronounced with an F. Felina and the Lady, Bittersweet Farewell, number 26, and that's an 8. So 8 pertain to advancement and evolution, right? So you're making changes, basically. You're evolving on your particular situation. What I always say with these cards, now usually this deck is an end of read deck, but my instructions were very clear. I was to use this to open the reads with this month. So as always, you do get 3 messages, okay, because I like to make sure that everybody's got all of the information that they need. So your first message comes from the creator of the deck. Your second message, and the most important message, it comes from your own intuition while you're looking at the card. Okay, and then your third message is my intuitive hit that comes with the card for you. Right, so it says, this is the card of lovers, finding it difficult to be separated even for a moment. The card of friends who find that leaving each other's company means a lonesome time. And the card of fellow travellers on life's journey needing to go their separate ways, for a time. It is bittersweet. The reason for the separation feels hard because there is so much love. A note on love and lovers, as it is so longed for, dreamt of, and despaired of too. This card can also signify that two lovers will be reunited. It could also mean that there is a part of your own soul that feels as though it's missing at present, and that the longing that you feel for a particular kind of relationship is simply for a longing for that part of your soul that is recognized in the mirror of their eyes. Yeah, it's literally just described a twin flame situation, like right there. It may be time to find that soul self and nurture it by seeing and finding and feeding it with your own self, rather than relying on another to bring it to life. While the beings in this card are so very much in love, so very much a part of each other, and so very meant to be together, for a time they cannot be in the kind of relationship that they both long for. They're saying goodbye, and it's a sweet and painful parting that neither have wished for. This card always indicates that there's a separation of sorts that is taking place, and that even so, there is still great hope. Know that being together will be tempered with times of necessary separation. Sometimes we meet a charismatic and perfect individual only to seemingly just lose them. However, there is nothing lost about this situation. It is perfect, and the sadness of parting will be balanced with the joy of the new encounter with the soul love. They ache with true and deeply romantic love. And the artwork is called Kindred by Selena Fennick. Okay, so with this one, yeah, definitely bittersweet. So for a while, Divine Feminines, you have been, you've had to embrace this, basically. There's literally been no other choice. You've had to embrace this moment of separation, and you've had to embrace following your own path and focusing on yourself as well. And you've handled it really, really well, and that's the sort of bittersweet vibe that's coming in. There's a heavy insinuation with that particular card that this separation is very, very temporary, and you do have to remember the golden rule here as well, Divine Feminine. The twin flame dynamic is about union with the self, first and foremost. And once you become comfortable with yourself, with your own company, and become comfortable in your own skin, that's when you'll find that this particular dynamic will turn on its head. Okay, and there was an insinuation of a union as well. Have a 9-card spread, please, for Divine Feminine. Thank you. Okay, your first card out is Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, patience, nurturing, understanding, divine timing as well. The Fool, Uranus energy, so it could be Aquarius but doesn't have to be. And the Two of Cups is Cancerian energy. Yeah, look, your first 3 cards out here is basically saying, I'm sorry, Divine Feminines, listen, I hate to sound like such a frigging cliche, but it's here as clear as day. It's literally saying here that this union, this brand new beginning, this brand new journey and adventure, and again we had temporary separation and union as your first oracle card out. It's saying it's temporary, yes, but it's also in divine timing. I'm sorry to sound like a cliche. I know that you're probably sick and tired of hearing it, but for those of you who read tarot, you can see that for yourself right there. Like, you can see it there. Right, we've got the moon. It's Pisces energy. In tarot, it's Pisces energy. Astrologically, it's Cancerian energy. You've got the 5 of Swords, it's Aquarian, and the 2 of Swords is Libra. So, right, there's a need here, Divine Feminines, for you to come out of the darkness, first and foremost, okay? Don't restrict yourself to just this one connection or to this one possibility, all right? Come out of the dark. Shine your light. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to show the world everything that you're made of, okay? We're seeing here to look beyond the physical with the Two of Swords, and to avoid whatever this is that's played out, to avoid it from closing off your heart chakra, because that's really counterintuitive. It's not going to work in your favour. Yeah, strength in reverse, Leo energy. It's not going to work in your favour if you allow either the twin flame situation or something else to close off your heart chakra. There's this really strong temptation for you to just close the door on everything and to just forget about relationships, like permanently. With this, strength in reverse, and I am going to have to clarify that, but there's something here how you are viewing a certain individual as being a coward. Someone is running scared of the connection with you, and you're viewing them as a coward. Now, with the Five of Swords, it's telling me to avoid anyone who is manipulative at this point in time, because you're feeling really, really sensitive, right? It's only natural. You're definitely feeling really sensitive, especially with the moon being here as well. You're highly sensitive to anyone who lies, anyone who otherwise deceives. You're really, really sensitive at the moment to the needs and the behaviours of others. But what you're not seeing is the needs of yourself, okay? So they're saying here, whatever you do, do not leave yourself out of this particular equation. You've got the Three of Cups, it's Cancerian energy. The Son of Cups in this deck, it's the Knight of Cups, it's Pisces. The King of Swords, that's Aquarian, and the King of Wands. So there could well be a decision for you to make between your twin flame counterpart and somebody brand new. Because for some of you, you're just sick and tired of the whole twin flame thing. It's tiring, it's exhausting, you feel that it's not getting you anywhere. But again, please do bear in mind that the whole point of a twin flame situation is to come into union with the self. If you're feeling guilty for wanting to venture towards something brand new that is not a twin flame counterpart, they're saying do not feel guilty for that, because ultimately you still do have your own life to live, and you're entitled to live your life in happiness. You are entitled to your happiness, and if that involves starting something new with someone brand new, then so be it. But I am seeing a problem here, Divine Feminine, in your energy, and that is quite clearly you've got two Kings and the Three of Cups. For the most part, not all of you, but for the most part, yeah, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, as we say. Okay, so there definitely does need to be a decision that is come to sooner rather than later, because right now your energy is really, really cluttered by, quite simply, too many individuals. Now, I am seeing for some of you, you have got a romantic invitation here that's coming in from an individual that you would least expect it to come in from. Now, up until this point, this individual is the one that you're seeing as a coward. They've been too cold and distant. They've been too analytical. What they've actually been doing, Divine Feminine, with that King of Swords energy, is they've been analysing you from a distance. They've been learning about you from a distance. You might have felt them watching you. either in the same room or again at a distance, and you've been pretty much spot on with that. Okay, they've been investigating you basically, because when you think about it, the King of Swords is someone who is highly intelligent. It's someone who, on the face of it, yeah, they can come across as quite stoic, immovable, but basically what they're doing is they're intelligently making a risk assessment. Okay, it's someone who doesn't take risks. They don't just jump into anything until they're certain of the facts, until they're certain of their feelings. For some of you, that's why they have taken so long to get things in motion, right? In the meanwhile, some of you might have met someone brand new in the form of a King of Wands, someone who is a go-getter. They can be quite athletic, quite into health and fitness as well. I'm seeing here, see with that King of Wands energy, it reminds me of, you know, I'm from Scotland, right? And straight away, I think King of Swords is someone from like a cold climate, like Scotland. But then the King of Wands is someone who is from a hotter climate, for me personally, okay? So this could be someone who is of a different ethnicity to you, that, you know, they're from a hot country, a place like Turkey, for example, Spain, any place like that, you know, where they've naturally got a really healthy sort of glow to their skin. Okay, so for me personally as a reader anyway, I straight away think, yeah, the King of Wands, that's someone with really gorgeous tan skin. They're quite fit and athletic. They're a go-getter. I don't know how does that work out for you. Please do let me know. But that's just me, because I've worked with tarot for so long. Like straight away, it's funny how we jump to these really bizarre conclusions with the cards and the personalities that you can feel off the cards. So yeah, you might have met someone who is basically the stark opposite, is what I'm getting at, to the individual that you've been dealing with for the longest time, okay? And because they're the complete opposite of who you've been dealing with, it's like they make you feel quite excited, right? Because it's totally different from what you're normally used to. You're not usually accustomed to somebody with that amount of, could be power, it could be influence, it could be lust for life. You know, it's the King of Wands. For those of you who watch a lot of tarot, you'll know exactly what it is I'm getting at. So to get back to the story, basically, yeah, this can be one individual. It can be, but for the most part, I'm seeing that you're actually dealing with two individuals here. You're dealing with two individuals who are both the complete opposites of each other. One of them's got a youthful zest for life. They see something, they make a beeline for it, and they go get it. And that's your King of Wands energy. And then you're dealing with someone else who is quite cold, distant, analytical. They like to make decisions based purely on logic, whereas your King of Wands likes to make decisions based on where they're quite a spunky character. It's where they feel excitement is what helps them to make their decision. One of these two has been a coward, and again, this could easily be the two different persona of the same individual. So to take you back to what I said at the start, please use your own discernment, okay? I do need to clarify this Strength card in reverse though. I am feeling that you're saying that someone's a coward. Yeah, King of Wands. And the Five of Coins in reverse. Interesting. So just to clarify, I don't know if I mentioned, the King of Wands is associated, but doesn't have to be, Leo energy, okay? But there is heavy Leo energy in this read. So again, use your own discernment, okay? The Five of Coins is Tyrian energy. It's in reverse. So yeah, for some of you, this is two different aspects of one individual, which is your twin flame counterpart, and they're stopping being a coward. They're dealing with whatever it is that they have to deal with. It could easily have been your counterpart that was dealing with too many individuals. It could be. I've just done their read, and that did come out in their read, but I certainly did not jump to that conclusion when I was doing your read, Divine Feminine, because I have to clear everything, and I'm not allowed to read with bias, judgment or ego, okay? I have to take it as if it's two separate stories. But now that I'm getting further into this energies, Divine Feminine, yep, I am seeing your divine counterpart is dealing with whatever it is that they had to deal with that pertains to a third party. That could be work, person, child, whatever, okay, depending on your circumstance. They're dealing with it. They have been a coward for the longest time. They have been. And unusually, they're going to be admitting it as well. They're going to be apologizing. They're going to be bringing this conversation with this Knight of Cups energy, that's open, heartfelt, honest communication and conversation, completely unexpected, because they've realized how much you mean to them, okay? And the Five of Coins in reverse, they're sick and tired of this separation, right? They've had enough. They're pissed off. They're pissed off with not being able to speak to you, not being able to express how they feel. They're pissed off with it. They've had enough. They want to come back in to your life, to your energies. They miss you. I don't know how else to say that, Divine Feminines, without keeping you stuck, waiting as well, because I don't want anyone hanging around, waiting and keeping their own lives on pause, okay? Because this individual, your counterpart has taken way too long to pull their finger out their ass. I'm making no apologies for the expressions, but that's the frustrations that I'm picking up off of you, Divine Feminines. They have decided they cannot sit on their hands and do nothing anymore. They're embodying this King of Wands energies. They want you. They're going to come get you. They're going to come and fight for you. The blockage, the Eight of Cups, Pisces energy. Yeah. So the blockage is, again, I'm not feeling that this is so much your energy. Yeah, you walked away, Divine Feminine. Yes, you did. You felt that there was no other choice. You felt that you had to disconnect from this situation, and you chose you, right? That was 100% the correct thing for you to do. This is more about your divine counterpart knowing that they were keeping this connection stuck. They were keeping themselves blocked. They were keeping themselves in this Five of Coins energy through the decision that they made by being too scared to walk away from whatever or whoever they had to walk away from. That's coming to an end. I'm telling you that. Again, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, just in case, but you know, it's coming out in this read. If you're attracted to this read, the chances are quite high that this is your reading. But again, please do not stay stuck, okay? Whatever you do. It's for Divine Feminine, please. Can you clarify for Divine Feminine? Right, mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds and introspection. Yeah, there has been heavy introspection for both counterparts here, okay? There's an understanding that nobody on the planet is perfect. Everybody's got their faults. It's just what you do with it that counts, Okay, and the butterfly, yeah, literally, as I said, the relationship evolve into the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I'm trying not to repeat myself here, but it's literally, as I said, change, transformation, transition, understanding. We've all got our faults, every single one of us, and it's what you do with it that counts. Me and my ego, boom. That's the reason why your counterpart was keeping themselves stuck, and by default keeping this connection stuck because of their ego. Pride or fear in the way, not contacting you but thinking of you often and replaying over in their mind. Yeah. You took the moral high ground here, divine feminine, and under there you've got the dragonfly. That's all about manifesting, being light-hearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change and heal. Yeah. This situation that has been stuck, it's becoming unstuck through the actions of your counterpart, and of course through the actions of yourself as well, because this would never ever have come back round full circle had you not have focused on yourself first and foremost, because that is literally what a twin flame dynamic is all about. It's coming into union with the self, and you did this, divine feminine. You managed this, you understood it, and you've carried this connection. You have. Your counterpart has basically followed your lead. Honeymoon. Enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. So there could be an invitation to have a bit of a getaway, okay? So that you could get to know each other a bit better, all right? As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, because you will find that when you're away on holiday, it's a nice chance to relax. It's a nice opportunity for you both to let your guards down a bit, to let each other in closer, to get more comfortable with each other, and to speak freely as well, without having to worry about anyone eavesdropping in on your conversation, without having to worry about anyone else sort of chipping in and, you know, inserting their opinions where it's not wanted. It's basically breaking free from the outside world. And codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Interesting. Divine feminines, naturally you're very nurturing, you're very caring and very loving. It's mothering, right? It's naturally a very mothering nature. And when you think about it, the divine feminine is symbolized by the Empress, okay, which is literally the mother of tarot, okay. And in traditional tarot, I'm pretty sure that most of you will recognize the Empress as being the pregnant woman who is surrounded by growth, greenness, abundance, animals. It's basically everything to do with nurture, okay? Your natural instinct, divine feminine, is to nurture others around you. Now, there needs to be a boundary that is put in place between yourself and not just your divine counterpart, but everybody else around you, okay? There needs to be that boundary put in place where you can give, that's not a problem, and you can nurture, not a problem. But you have to remember to give to yourself and to nurture to yourself also, because the second that you forget about yourself in the equation, that's codependency. Do not surrender your own needs, wants and desires in favor of someone else's needs, wants and desires, because that's codependency. Okay, you have to remember your own authenticity inside any relationship, whether it's a relationship with a parent, a child, a lover, anything. Okay, you have to maintain your own authenticity, and that's how to make sure that the dynamic, especially a twin flame dynamic, remains healthy. And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so whatever you do, try to go with the flow, and you will find, what's that Bruce Lee quote? Be like water. Yeah, be like water, my friend. Let it flow. Oh, random. Okay, playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember that love is the greatest healer. And sexual union. Honour the place in one another where you're one eternal soul, for there you'll find true bliss. So heavy insinuation that basically there's going to be a lot of intimacy. I'm trying to keep it clean. Pretty sure you can use your imagination. If you had spotted a really nice set of lingerie that you wanted to treat yourself to, divine feminines, then basically there's the hint that now is the good time for you to actually purchase it. Okay, and then you've got let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So again, a repeating message about maintaining your true authenticity within a relationship. Have further information, please, for divine feminine. Piercings. Okay, so somebody might have piercings. Someone also might have quite an intimate piercing as well. Again, I'm going to leave that to your imagination. This isn't a porn channel. Right, we've got the letter W. So that could be someone's initial, or it could just be relevant to you in another way. It could literally be anything. Okay, it could even be the name of a place. It's not just restricted to like a person's name. Someone's got a very unusual name. We've got the letter Q, an A. We've got L. We have two more, please, for divine feminine. B. And athletic. Yeah. I was feeling that energies with the King of Wands. Someone is really, really into health and fitness. Like, not obsessively. It's a good balance, you know. It's not like they're in the gym constantly. Short. Okay. So usually when I see this card, they could be, I mean, what's classed as short? I suppose it depends on your country of origin, because you know the standards, like the height standards, are different country to country. It's the divine feminine, please. Okay, last one, and we've got the letter N, and at the bottom of the deck we've got U. Secret messages from divine masculine to divine feminine, please. From divine masculine to the feminine, please. Okay, something flipped. I wish I could take back all of the things that I have said and done. I'm still haunted by my actions. I do believe that came out in the divine masculine read as well. And no one will ever love me like you do. Okay. Let's get you a crystal healing card as well. It's for Divine Feminine, please. Oh, okay, so you've got 2. Right. You've got Shungite, discipline. That came out in Divine Masculine's read. I practice the art of discipline and it brings freedom to my soul. An Opal, joy. My soul sings and dances to the vibration of joy. Yeah. So there's definitely going to be a reason to celebrate quite soon then, Divine Feminines. Just for Divine Feminine, please. Oh, 3 again. That happened in the last read as well. They had 3 that came shooting right out. Right, so you've got freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Kindness, you are a humanitarian made of love and you're able to share that energy with others. And creativity, you love to devise new ideas, innovations and forms of illumination. So some of you are highly, highly creative and it's actually been your art or your skill that has been your saving grace throughout this entire episode. Right, so keep focused on your art or your creativity and you'll usually find that you can you will birth your best work right now. Really, really interesting energies here, Divine Feminines. Honestly, I'm feeling this vibe of like release as well. It's really nice. It's quite freeing. So that is what I have for you, Divine Feminines. If you would like to book a more personal reading, then you can do so using the link below. It's also in the pinned comments. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week. I hope you have an amazing Christmas, no matter how you choose to celebrate it. I hope you have a really peaceful New Year as well. Yeah. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.